Our movie begins with a young boxer named Cassius Clay, standing tall in Rome, 1960. He wins Olympic gold as a light heavyweight, his victory celebrated across America as a symbol of national pride. One afternoon, Cassius Clay goes to meet Mrs. Fairley, who is supposed to help him with his business and fight promotions. He walks into the garden where workers tend the grounds, but a white man angrily confronts him, demanding he leave the property. Tension rises until another black worker recognizes Clay and calmly vouches for him. When Clay finally meets Mrs. Fairley, she treats him aggressively, speaking sharply and dismissively. Clay's patience runs thin, and he refuses to work with her anymore. Later, at a party with promoters and sponsors, Clay pitches his vision, showing them how promoting his fights can be highly profitable. His energy and confidence win over Mr. Hollis, who agrees to back him. At a lunch with Mr. Hollis, Clay arrives with a friend. Excited by the luxury car outside, he steps in, only to be told by the chauffeur to get out. Clay calmly shows his gold medal and reminds him that he is the world champion. Inside, Mr. Hollis introduces Clay to his family and other guests. Mr. Hollis's daughter seems impressed, offering Clay a drink and a seat, while Mrs. Hollis appears displeased. When Clay asks his friend to join them, Mr. Hollis refuses, telling him to focus on himself if he wants the sponsorship to go smoothly. Clay believes his medal makes him untouchable, but he realizes that symbols of victory cannot protect him from humiliation. The experience cuts deep. On the way back, Clay holds the gold medal around his neck and reflects on the treatment he receives. Reaching the river, he removes the medal and throws it into the water. The shining symbol disappears beneath the surface, and Clay understands that respect and fairness cannot be demanded by titles or medals. Walking away, Clay feels both anger and clarity. He is still the champion of the world, but he learns that being a champion in life requires more than strength and skill. Sometimes it means standing alone against injustice and refusing to let anyone diminish him, no matter their power or influence. The story shifts to Clay's training camp. He spars with relentless energy, his speed dazzling promoters and reporters who crowd around him. Interviews, cameras, and headlines follow him everywhere. One night, Cassius Clay drives along a quiet road when he notices a beautiful white woman. He stops and offers her a ride, and she agrees. Together, they decide to head to a fancy place, a moment that feels glamorous and full of promise. But as they arrive, a man approaches Clay insistently, asking him to come along for just 10 minutes. Clay hesitates as the lady has already left, and he does not want to follow. Yet curiosity and persistence led him to accept the invitation. The man takes Clay to a religious seminar where Malcolm X, a prominent leader of the Nation of Islam, is speaking. Clay listens intently, struck by the power and conviction in Malcolm's words. The message resonates deeply, planting seeds of inspiration that will shape his future beyond the boxing ring. Later that night, back in his hotel room, Cassius Clay meets Drew Bundini Brown, the charismatic trainer of Sugar Ray Robinson. Instantly, Clay feels a connection with Bundini. Their energy and humor align effortlessly. Bundini tells Clay he should fight Sonny Liston, but Clay hesitates. How could he face a man believed to be undefeated? Bundini insists, reminding him that if he truly wants to become heavyweight champion, he must take the challenge. Clay feels a surge of determination, knowing he cannot turn back now. At the time, the upcoming clash between Sonny Liston and Floyd Patterson is still to happen. Clay decides to call out Liston next, making his intentions public. He mocks Liston relentlessly, turning every press appearance into a performance. One day, Clay escalates the prank. He parks a van in front of Liston's house, bringing men with him, and even calls the police claiming a confrontation is about to occur. The commotion draws Liston outside, the van's noise and Clay's antics forcing a response. Finally, Liston sends a messenger to Clay, agreeing to the fight, but only on one condition. Clay must stop all the pranks and leave him in peace. Clay nods, accepting the terms, and promises to cease his public stunts. He knows the real battle is about to begin. During his routine 4-mile morning run, Cassius Clay meets a girl named Robin Sanderson. She recognizes him immediately, which sparks his curiosity. He asks how she knows him, and she explains that she has seen his name in the newspapers. Intrigued by her, Clay asks for her name and address. Robin tells him she is already seeing someone, but Clay, confident and persistent, insists on taking her as his date. After some back and forth, she eventually agrees. Their encounter marks the beginning of a playful connection, blending curiosity, attraction, and Clay's undeniable charisma, leaving a lasting impression. After that, Clay met Malcolm X, as he had secretly been a member of his religious group. His trainer saw them together and warned Clay to distance himself from Malcolm X. People were beginning to question Clay's religion after seeing him associated with Malcolm, and his trainer advised him not to create any drama before his most important fight with Sonny Liston. Clay agreed not to take any action until after the fight. However, the fight's organizers pressured him to publicly announce that he had no connection with Malcolm X or Islam. Clay refused, insisting that he considered Malcolm X a brother and that he would soon convert to Islam himself. The promoter threatened to cancel the fight with Liston, but Clay walked away. As he was about to leave the city, packing his luggage, the promoter returned, urging him not to call off the fight. At the weigh-in before the fight, Clay acted wildly, screaming that Liston was too ugly to be champion. His heart rate was recorded at an extremely high level, and doctors believed he was terrified. Later, many concluded that this was deliberate psychological warfare, designed to make Liston think Clay was unstable. Clay also predicted the exact round in which he would win, telling reporters that Liston would fall early. Almost no one believed him, as Liston was considered unbeatable. Every move, every word seemed calculated. By the time the fight began, the world was watching not just a boxer, but a showman and strategist, a man turning psychological tension into advantage. After Cassius Clay defeated Sonny Liston and proved everyone wrong, he stepped forward and announced that his name was no longer Cassius Clay, but Muhammad Ali. He revealed that his new manager would be Elijah Muhammad and publicly declared his conversion to Islam and his association with the Nation of Islam. Elijah Muhammad bestowed the name Muhammad Ali, a moment that signaled a profound transformation in both his personal and professional life. That night, at a celebration party in his honor, Ali saw Robin Sanderson sitting with a white man. He noticed her short dress and, in a heated argument, expressed his disapproval. Believing her attire violated his understanding of Islamic rules, Ali acted aggressively, taking her aside. Robin, angered by his behavior, left the room in her torn dress, leaving the party stunned and whispering in shock at the scene that had just unfolded. After this incident, Muhammad Ali broke up with her. Soon after, Ali met a new woman at a cafe named Belinda Boyd. A devout Muslim, she greeted him with a bright smile. Ali asked her out respectfully, and Belinda insisted that he seek her parents' permission first. Ali smiled and told her that he had already spoken with them. This respectful courtship marked a new chapter in his personal life, one in harmony with his faith. Amid these personal developments, Muhammad Ali faced immense pressure from the U.S. government. The authorities insisted that he join the army, but Ali refused, citing his religious beliefs and opposition to the Vietnam War. On June 20, 1967, he was convicted of draft evasion, sentenced to 5 years in prison, and fined $10,000. Although he did not serve time while appealing, the conviction had immediate consequences. He was stripped of his heavyweight title and barred from boxing for over 3 years. Through these trials, Muhammad Ali remained steadfast. His victories in the ring, his personal choices, and his unwavering faith all converged to define him not just as a champion, but as a man of principle who refused to compromise his beliefs, no matter the cost. During his forced absence from boxing, Muhammad Ali spent time with his wife Belinda Boyd, building a home filled with happiness in his hometown. The couple's joy grew as Belinda became pregnant, and Ali embraced family life with the same energy and passion he once reserved for the ring. Meanwhile, the legal battles continued. Ali's manager petitioned the court to allow him to travel by road to fight Jerry Quarry, as his ban from leaving the country made survival difficult. The judge approved the request, and Ali, accompanied by a police officer to ensure he did not escape, began the long roadside journey with his team. The trip was tense. One night, they were threatened by an assailant delivering ominous death warnings, though nothing serious occurred. On fight day, the crowd welcomed Ali with warmth and excitement. He stepped into the ring with focus and determination, delivering a stunning performance and defeating Jerry Quarry. The victory marked a turning point. Ali was freed from legal restrictions, and the path was clear for his true comeback, a chance to reclaim the world heavyweight title against the undefeated Joe Frazier, widely considered the most formidable opponent of his era. Ali trained tirelessly for months, channeling every ounce of his skill and energy into preparation. When fight day arrived, he entered the ring radiating confidence. But Frazier proved to be stronger and more relentless. Despite Ali's best efforts, he was defeated, and Frazier inflicted a brutal blow that broke Ali's jaw. The loss was devastating, both physically and emotionally. To rebuild Ali's reputation and confidence, his trainer and manager arranged a fight against Ken Norton. Unfortunately, Ali lost again, further worsening his jaw injury to the point that he could barely open his mouth. His mother, seeing his battered condition, implored him not to risk his life in these battles. While speaking with her, Ali noticed Belinda's absence and quickly discovered she was in labor. In that moment, Ali promised her that he would never put his life in danger again and vowed to fight only when he was confident of victory. Reinvigorated and focused, Ali began training for the legendary fight against George Foreman. He pushed his limits with grueling runs, intense sparring, and rigorous workouts, determined to reclaim his place atop the boxing world. The stage was set for the Rumble in the Jungle, the iconic heavyweight title match. Ali fought with heart, strategy, and unyielding determination. Employing his famous rope-a-dope technique, he allowed Foreman to exhaust himself while conserving his own energy. Then, with precision and timing, Ali struck decisively, knocking Foreman out in the 8th round. The victory not only reclaimed the heavyweight championship, but also solidified Ali as one of the greatest fighters in history. He had returned triumphant, proving his resilience, skill, and unbreakable spirit.